You know how to solve inequations? Now you will see how solving inequations help us solving problems in our real life also. Here, John wants to throw a birthday party. He decided a place that charges a flat fee of rupees 1250 for a birthday party. So, if he rents that place, he has to pay 1250 for his birthday party. Now, they have a condition where they have to pay rupees 250 extra for each person. So, how many persons he invites? He has to pay 250 extra for all of them. Now, John has no more than rupees 5000 to spend on the birthday party. He's got a budget from his parents that he can spend only 5000. So, he faces a problem as to how many invitations he can send. So, can you help him do this? Here again, let's read the problem again. John wants to throw a birthday party. He decided a place that charges a flat fee of rupees 1250 for birthday party rental and rupees 250 extra for each person. But John has no more than rupees 5000 to spend. How many invitations can he send? So this is a problem which can be solved by inequalities. Whenever you have such problems, first of all, read through the entire problem and highlight the important information and keywords that you need to solve the problem. Here I have highlighted it for you. Now, you need to identify your variable. You know that whenever we solve inequations, we have a variable to which we have to solve. Here, what is our variable? Can you tell me? We have to find out how many invitations he can send. That is, how many persons he can invite, and it is also given that 250 will be charged for each person that is invited. So the number of persons is our variable. So this is our variable. So if we take number of persons invited to be P. Now we need to write the equation or inequality that we can make out from this problem. So if the number of persons he can invite is P, then how can you make the inequation? First of all, he has to pay 1250 for charging or for renting that place. So 1250 needs to be there in the inequation. Now along with 1250, what is required? He has to pay rupees 250 extra for each person. That is 250 for one person, 250 into 2, that is 500 for two persons. So you can say plus 250 into number of persons that we have taken as P. Now he has no more than rupees 5000. That means this whole should add up to 5000 or less than that. He cannot spend more than 5000. He can either spend till 5000 or less than 5000 will also do. So less than or equal to 5000. You can say at most 5000 he can spend. He can spend either 5000 or less than 5000, but not more than 5000. So what we have done? We have created an inequation for this problem. Now let's solve this. Here you can see 250p. Here p is our variable. So let's take this 1250 to that side. We have to try to isolate our variable. Or you can say 1250 subtracted from both sides. What will it give you? 1250 minus 1250, 0 on this side, and 5000 minus 1250 that side. So we get 250p is less than equal to 5000 minus 1250. Here also we were doing 1250 minus 1250, that gave us 0. So we skip that part. Now solve it. You have to bring the coefficient of the variable as 1. So 250p is less than equal to 5000 minus 1250. It gives me what? Now isolate p. We have to divide both sides by 250. Well, this side 250 gets cancelled. We are left with p. Sign does not change. We are not dividing or multiplying by a negative number. 3750 divided by 250. What do you get? You get p can be less than or equal to 15. So this is the solution for our inequation, where number of persons he can invite can be less than or equal to 15. So we can say that P is less than equal to 15, where number of persons he can invite is less than equal to 15. So this is our answer for this. But whenever you have such a practical problem, do not leave the answer like this. You have to write your answer in a complete sentence. So what will be the complete sentence? He, that is John, can send not more than 15 invitations. You can see that this represents not more than. You can also write this as John can send at most 50 invitations, or John can send 15 or less than 15 invitations. Now we need to check or justify our answer, whether this answer is correct or not. Let's check. You know that 250 is charged extra for each person. So if he sends, say, 15 persons, he is inviting for his birthday party. So how much he has to pay? 15 into 250. What do you get? Along with this, he has to pay a flat fee of 1250. So if we add 1250 with this, see what we get? 5,000. So if he invites 15 persons at most, so final price, that is 15 persons he is inviting, he is spending 5,000. So if he is inviting, say, 14, 13 or any number less than 15, the charges or the price he has to pay for his birthday party will be less than 5,000. So inviting 15 persons costs him 5,000, and inviting any number less than this will cost him less than 5,000. So the answer we have got is correct. So we justify or verify answer like this. Now you know how to solve practical problems like this. Solve this problem yourself. Here Krish has rupees 500 in a savings bank account. You know what is a savings bank account? We keep our money there to save. So rupees 500 he has in his savings bank account at the beginning of summers. Now he wants to have at least rupees 200 in the account at the end of summers. So he's made a target that I'm having 500 now in my bank account, and at the end of summers I need to have at least 200. So how much he can spend? 300. You can see that. Now he withdraws rupees 25 each week for movies. So he loves to watch movies. Now he withdraws rupees 25 each week. Now he wants to know how many weeks can Krish withdraw money from his account. Now this problem he needs to go and calculate how many weeks he can withdraw rupees 25, so that he is left with at last rupees 200 in his bank account. So here we'll again solve it by inequalities. First of all, identify your inequalities or identify your variables. Here the variable is number of weeks, and he withdraws rupees 25 each week. So let us take the number of weeks as W, in which he can withdraw his money. Now we have to write the inequation so that we can solve this problem. What will be the inequation? First of all, he is having rupees 500 in his bank account. So let's write 500. Now he withdraws rupees 25 each week. So withdraws means he takes out, so minus 25 each week. So we do not know how many weeks he can withdraw money. So 25 into W, that is number of weeks. This much money he can withdraw. Now he wants to have at least rupees 200. What do you mean by at least? At least means that this can be greater than or equal to 200, but not less than 200. 200 has to be there. So at least 200. That is greater than or equal to 200, but not less than 200. So this is our inequation. Now let us analyze the inequation we have formed. 500 he had started, or you can say that he had 500 in the beginning of summers in his bank account. Now minus, because he withdraws money. Now 25 into W, that means 25 each week. We do not know how many weeks he can withdraw money. So we are taking the variable as W. Now at least is defined by greater than or equal to, and 200, he wants to have at least 200 in his bank account at the end of summers. Now let us solve for W. You can see that 500 minus 25W is greater than or equal to 200. So what do we need to do? We need to isolate this variable. So take 500 to that side. Correct? What we have done? We have subtracted 500 from both sides. So subtracting 500 from this side will give me 500 minus 500, that is 0. And I have not written that. And this side 200 minus 500 I have written. So let us solve this. 200 minus 500 gives us minus 300. So you can see I'm having a negative on both the sides. Now what I need to do is, I need to bring the coefficient of this variable to 1. For that I need to divide it by a number. For that I need to divide it by minus 25. Now if I am dividing this by minus 25, I have to divide this side also by minus 25. So dividing both the sides by a negative number, minus 25 is a negative number. Now you have studied that whenever we multiply or divide both the sides of an equation by a negative number, the sign of equality reverses. So here also we will do the same. Divided by minus 25 divided by minus 25. We are dividing both the sides of an equation by a negative number. So the sign reverses. So remember, whenever you are dividing in that step itself, when you are dividing it by negative numbers, reverse the sign. Not after that. In this step only you have to reverse it. Now solve it. And this minus minus gets cancelled. So what are we getting? W is less than equal to 12. This means that the number of weeks is less than equal to 12. That is, the number of weeks he can withdraw money for movies can be either equal to 12 or less than 12. But definitely not more than 12. Why? Because he has to save 200 at the end of summers. Now you know, whenever we write such answers for practical problems, we have to write it in a sentence or complete sentence form. So you can say that Krish can withdraw money from his account for not more than 12 weeks. Or you can say at most 12 weeks. The last step what we do is verify whether we have got the correct equation or not. Let's say that at most he is withdrawing money for 12 weeks. So let us check with 12. He is withdrawing 25 each week. So 12 weeks into 25. This is the total money he will be able to withdraw. So he can withdraw rupees 300 and he needs to have at least 200 in his bank account. So add that up. What do you get? 500. So even if he withdraws money for 12 weeks, that is 25 per week, and he withdraws it for 12 weeks, he will be able to withdraw rupees 300 and have at least 200 in his bank account. This adds up to rupees 500 that he had already in his bank account. So if he withdraws, say, for 11 weeks or for 10 weeks, he will still have more money in his bank account at the end of summers. So this inequation is correct. So now you know how to solve such practical problems using inequalities. First of all, read through the entire problem and highlight the important information and keywords that you need to solve the problem, just like we did it in our examples. Identify your variables, such as in our case, the number of weeks was taken as W. Write the equation or inequality, solve them, and write your answer in a complete sentence. Do not forget to write your answer in a complete sentence and then check or justify your answer. This is how you solve practical problems using inequalities.